Clive Bull on LBC.
Russell Conway joins us, senior partner at Oliver Fisher Solicitors, a specialist in property law. Russell, good morning.
Good morning.
There is some movement on the people worried about their leases. We've been waiting for a long time for some kind of change in the law.
Well, the government announced at the beginning of this week what they said was the biggest reform to English property law for 40 years. And they have given an announcement which is, I would say, notably short on detail. But cutting to the chase, what they've said is that in the future, every leaseholder will be given the right to extend their lease by 990 years with a zero ground rent. Now, that sounds great, but the problem you've got is that they still have to pay some money for that lease extension. And when you're paying money for a lease extension, that could be quite a lot, depending upon where you live. The government has softened the blow by saying that you won't have to pay what we call marriage value, which is that rather strange amount that freeholders make from extending leases for leaseholders. And the government has gone on to say there's going to be an online leasehold calculator so that anybody wishing to extend their lease can simply go online, put the details of their lease into the online calculator, and that will tell them how much the leasehold extension will cost. Now, the advantage of that is obvious. They won't have to pay a fortune for specialist surveyors and valuation surveyors to tell them what the value of their lease is. And that will save a lot of money. And depending upon how the leasehold extension calculator is set up, that could be a very good idea. But the devil's in the detail. It's always in the detail. The government hasn't published a bill. It hasn't published a white paper. We don't know what's going to happen. And as you will know, Clive, there are some very powerful forces at work here. The landlord lobby is very powerful in Parliament.
Thanks very much indeed. That's Russell Conway.
LBC.